Morning. So I wanted to talk for just a second about some of the ways that the products that I carry are changing my life. So I've been a huge fan of a lip balm that is made by a guy that uses beeswax for a long time. Okay, long time. Exclusively used that particular brand. And whenever we started making our own lip balm to sell here at the shop, I had the requirement that it would be better than that product. And it is legitimately better than that product. I won't go back. I have used our lip balm now for nearly a year and love it. I love it. On that note, I accidentally created a hand cream that is better than anything I've ever used in my life. And I can confidently say that. I know that I still look like I have old lady hands, but that is 1,000 times better than anything that it's ever looked like at any other point in any other winter, ever. So the ingredients in this are simple. It's beeswax, coconut oil, shea butter, vitamin E oil, and a little bit of lavender, just a little bit, therapeutic grade lavender. And I discovered something. Anytime I'm washing dishes, my hands get super dried out. Well, what is beeswax good for? Okay, there's a whole list of things beeswax is good for. Beeswax is antibacterial, antifungal. It is protecting. It's great for waterproofing. So I tried it. Usually I'll wash my hands and then put lotion on. But the other day, or wash dishes and then put lotion on. But the other day, I thought, you know what? It's got beeswax in it. I'm going to try it first. Put it on my hands first, and then I washed dishes. Significant difference. Major difference. It protected my hands from the soapy water. Not to say that if I would have scrubbed my hands, it wouldn't have come off. I'm sure that I could have washed it off if I wanted to, but I was a little careful. And it did create a protective layer. Dry shampoo is a biggie. I used the same dry shampoo for quite a while and was consistently disappointed with the amount of uses that I got out of my $9. Felt like it was a total waste. I'd buy the big bottle at the store and go through it within a month, and it wasn't efficient and it wasn't healthy. Okay. Well, my hairdresser, the woman that I've gone to for 15 years, she created dry shampoo, and the ingredients are all natural. It not only doesn't hurt your hair, it actually helps it because there's therapeutic grade essential oils in here and nothing that's going to clog your scalp. Not to mention the stuff lasts forever. I spent $9, and at the time I'm like, for this little bitty bottle? Like, really? I don't know. Bought it in September, y'all. I bought it in September. I haven't even gone through half the bottle, and I've used it every bit, if not more, than I used to use dry shampoo. Every bit, if not more. So the other day, I was trying to recondition some of my cutting boards, which I have never done. I have never done it. I have got wooden cutting boards that I've kind of accumulated over the years, and I definitely abuse them. Well, I had made a spoon butter bar. So spoon butter, okay, but I formed it into a mold. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to try it. Well, I washed my cutting board, and then I took my bar and I wiped it over my cutting board, and then I rubbed it in. And then I went with a paper towel and I rubbed it in even more, wiped off the excess, and then I used it again. And I realized it's got beeswax in it. It creates a waterproof layer on my cutting board. So the idea is you condition once a week for a month, then once a month for a year, and then once a year for a lifetime. So you take your cutting board, take your spoon butter and you smear it on there. When you have a new cutting board, you smear it, or when you're just trying to recondition, when you're trying to re-season, right? So pretend like it's stoneware or cast iron or any of those things. You're going to take that cutting board, you're going to smear it with spoon butter, you're going to wipe it off, you're going to let it sit in the cabinet or use it, whatever. Do that once a week for 4 weeks. And then you're going to do it once a month for the other 11 months. And then you're going to do it once a year forever. And that is going to keep your wood conditioned. And if it's got beeswax in it, not just a mineral oil, if it's got beeswax, it's going to create a waterproof layer against your wood. Ah! So my family is a huge fan of apple cider, but I'm cheap. So instead of buying the raw unfiltered apple cider, which is 3 times the price of apple juice, I buy apple juice. And then I take our mulling spice mix, I cut it in half and put it in a large tea bag. I pour a whole bottle of apple juice, I drop the tea bag of mulling spices in there, and I simmer it for 20 or 30 minutes, or however long I want to. And then we have apple cider. And then I take that tea bag, I pull it out, and I set it aside. And then I do it again. Same tea bag. Same tea bag. Another half gallon of apple juice, same tea bag. I do that probably, 4 times, 5 times before I use the other half of the mulling spices. That's a lot of uses out of a little bag of mulling spices. That's a lot of money I saved. This one's kind of silly, but we did just come out of Snowmageddon 2023. I was smart and I made a pot of coffee the night before and I put it in an insulated carafe so that I could have it the next morning when the power went out, because I knew it was going to go out. So I've got a wood stove and I poured my cup of coffee and it was warm, but it wasn't hot. Well, what am I going to do? I had an enamel mug. So I poured my coffee into my enamel mug and I set that enamel mug on my wood stove and it heated that right up. Right up. Now, granted, I had to use a hot pad to get said enamel mug off of the stove, but my coffee was hot. In short, these are just some of the ways that my little farm stand is changing my life. And I didn't even talk about seeds.